Hey friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Desiree and on my channel you will find a lot of grocery hauls, coupon deals, money saving tips, and just mom life stuff. So today, as I'm recording this, and I believe I will be posting this later today, it is May 26th, which is the last day of my family's fiscal month. With a lot of these budgeting videos, I will always say this main thing, which is do what works for you. It doesn't work for everybody else. My plan will not work for everybody else, and it works for me and a lot of the other things I do in just daily life. So yeah, we are closing out my May budget. If you haven't seen my May budgeting video already, I will post it below, and it wraps up some of the questions you might have if you're watching this video first. About how we budget, why we budget, and what we're saving for. I am a full-time stay-at-home mom, is what I will say first, because that's what I do full-time. I'm with my son 24/7, and I also side hustle, and my husband also works a lot of overtime, which I don't believe I mentioned in that last video. So everything I make and all the overtime my husband makes, that will go to giving. Like a part of it goes to giving and a lot of it goes to savings. But I am not mentioning that in my budget because it's really variable. It changes quite a bit. For example, I'll let you know that this month was actually the lowest income of my side hustles I've made in months. Typically typically my goal is to get about $500 after taxes a month. I am self-employed with some of my side hustles, so that means I have to pay taxes when taxes are due, so next year, because we did taxes already for 2020. So yeah, I take out my taxes right off the top just to know how much I actually have, like take out how much I would owe. And with that, I use the Stride app, just in case you don't know. But yes, so I made the least amount I ever made in months. I know I made pretty little in February because we did have snow and I don't go out. I don't drive in the snow and ice. No, that's not for me. I'm from Hawaii and yeah, I'm not used to that. And so yeah, this is a pretty low earning month for me. So normally I double or even triple my goal, and yeah, I just made a little bit over. So yeah, this is not being mentioned in my budget. So yeah, we're just going off of my husband's regular earning take-home pay. So yeah, we'll say it that way. So of course this doesn't include things like medical, which is taken out of his paycheck, investing for his 401k, like I said, giving and gifts. I take gifts out as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. So with a $3,600 budget, we take $500 right off the top and put that straight into savings. And we'll see what we have left over to see how much more we can put into savings. So my plan, my hope is to have about 12 months of savings in our savings account at all time. We're not quite there yet, which is why I keep throwing things into savings. Now, as months go on, that might change and we might start investing more, or we might spend some extra money on things to fix up the house that have been put on hold for quite a while. So yeah, let's just get started. I will tell you how much I budgeted for, what my plan was, because without a budget, without a plan, you don't know where your money's going. A budget basically shows you where your money's going versus you asking where did your money go. So yeah, it's just the power over that. And I believe everyone should take control of their finances. And the number one way to do that is by budgeting, by looking at how much you spend and trying to figure out a good plan for you or your family to make it work, to make your money last and not live paycheck to paycheck. So yeah, we're just going to go through and I'll say how much my plan was and how much I actually spent. So yeah, let's just get started. So number one is my mortgage. This is the only line item that never changes. I know how much we owe every month, and at one day I will be planning on paying extra on our mortgage just to get it out of the way. As of right now, we owe just about $48,000 on our house, so that's not bad at all. But yeah, right now my number one thing is to try to build up our savings a little more for many reasons. And I will have a video on that hopefully soon on what I am saving for. And it's going to be quite fun to talk about. But anyways, so mortgage, we didn't pay anything extra this month. I budgeted $601 and our monthly mortgage is $600.50. So that was, yay, we made it, right? Okay, next thing was our phone bill. Like I said earlier, I was thinking about switching phone plans to like Boost Mobile or something different. But I looked into it, and where we like to hang out, like especially during the summer, you basically have one option that where you can get reception, and that is Verizon, which any of the main phone companies, as you know, will cost more. So we are sticking with it. In fact, my husband's getting a new phone. It's a Costco deal, by the way. It's a really good deal. But yeah, our phone bill this month was $126.74. I'm looking up there in case anybody is new here and doesn't know why I'm kind of veering off in that direction. So yeah, that was $126.74. So right under our $130 budget for that. Next up is internet, which is $75 budgeted. I actually paid $74.99. So right under there, you're still using Spectrum. Might switch to something else in the future. We'll see. But honestly, I was comparing prices and they're about the same. Might be a little faster, but not quite sure yet. So $74.99 for that. Made that. Electric, I budgeted $120. Here in Kentucky, a lot of us have, what are they called? Heat pumps, which are really energy efficient and help a lot with when it gets pretty warm and pretty cold. But yeah, so our actual bill was $98.46, so about $21 there saved, so yay. Water and sewer, these are two different bills, but I like to put them together because it just, I mean, it's the same. It goes together, right? So I budgeted $80 for that, and actual amount was $74.57, so was good on that. Insurance, now this is high if you didn't see my other video, because we have 4 vehicles, and yeah, we have 4 vehicles. We might be selling one and we'll go down to 3. But that's that. Insurance, oh, and it includes our home insurance too as well, if you didn't know. So insurance was $265 budgeted, and we spent $242.66, so right under for that. Next thing was gas. Gas, we went over. So how was it where you live? Did you have a gas shortage anytime this month, or at least a gas shortage scare? I know some areas had this. I know somewhere in Eastern Kentucky had this, but not in our area. The gas stations were all very busy. Gas prices were up, and they still are up. And I think they'll continue to be up. So I should probably raise this amount planned. So I planned for $200 and we spent $206.72. So my budget is busted right there by $6.72. Yeah, I probably could have not filled up whatever the last vehicle was, but we are the type of people, my husband and I, to fill it up every time we're at the gas station. Like, we don't put like $10 or $20. What type of gas filler are you? Do you fill it up every time you go, or do you put $20 or $10 or however much at a time? Let me know below. I'm just kind of interested to see. But yeah, so we went a little over for that. Whoops, but you know, things happen. So this next category is a big whoops, because when I was doing my May budget, I completely forgot a certain someone's birthday, and that certain someone being my significant other. Well, like, I knew his birthday was coming up. Like, even during my grocery hauls, I kept saying how his birthday was coming up, but I didn't put it in my budget. So whoops, make sure you budget for holidays and birthdays. And yeah, I messed up. I should have raised my grocery, home food, car maintenance budget. So all in all, this was a high spending month. This is not what happens every month. I spent $864.32. Ouch. And this was after reimbursements from different things I do, surveys and such. And Ibotta. And I even submitted some receipts for our, what is it called? Health savings account, because we do have one of those. And yeah, that's still how much we spent. Big ouch. But it's okay, because in other areas we actually saved a lot more than I planned to this month as well. So let's just move on. Oh, and by the way, with that $864, there was a really big Costco haul. There was actually 2 Costco hauls in May. And I had planned for that, but I didn't plan to spend so much, because not only was it my husband's birthday, there was a lot of pretty good deals on meat, which is pretty much the most expensive food item you can buy. And I stocked up for the summer, at least for 2 months, because we used about half of the amount of burgers and brats. So yeah, it's my Costco haul. Hopefully for June and July won't be as bad. We'll see. So yeah, it was quite a bit, but I will see if I can adjust it for next month. We'll just have to wait and see about that. Next thing was my husband's budget. His spending money. I'll say it that way, because some people don't like saying budget. Some people think it I don't know, holds you down or something, especially when you work really hard. And my husband does work really hard. I mean, so do I. I'm not saying that anyone works harder than the other person, but he works a lot of overtime and he just works a lot. So his amount of spending is $500, and he only spent $829. This was a really low spend month for him, mostly because he worked a lot of overtime, so he wasn't really home a lot. All he did was he went out for lunch once with his coworkers, and like that was only a few dollars. They just went to their cafeteria, so it wasn't even counting as going out. They just ate at their work cafeteria, and that was like $3. And he spent $5 on a movie. If you must know what movie it is 1994's Dumb and Dumber. It was from a used store. We love going to the used store to buy movies that we want to hold on to. And yeah, I guess we watched it last night. We loved it. So yeah, that's all he spent, was $829 out of $500. Some months, just like my food category, we spend more, and some months we spend way less. So yay for him. That was a big money saving. So one can say that, well, what is it? Extra almost $300 that could come out of your husband's line. Yeah, it totally could. But let's just keep moving on, and I'll show you how much we spent with the other stuff. So my son, his spending, which I will do a whole other video, maybe when he's a little older, about allowance. He does have his own wallet, but he doesn't get an allowance right now, especially because he's 5 and he's still kind of learning like the way money works in society and stuff. And he's just a little young to me. But he does do extracurriculars such as karate. He was doing swim. We actually stopped doing swim because scheduling wasn't working out, but I may put him back in once the school season starts again. We'll see. But yeah, right. We're doing some different stuff. So I planned for his budget to be about $250. We ended up spending $179.32. So under for that. We pay $99 a month for his karate. And we spent about $50 in clothing, because my child's growing like a weed. It feels like every summer or late spring or whatever, he just grows like crazy. Like his shoes don't fit, his pants don't fit, his shirts don't fit. I literally have to buy everything except for jackets and coats, because it's not jacket and coat season here right now. But yeah, $50 in clothes. My next video, well, the next sit down video at least, will probably be a clothes haul, because I want to show you what I got and my money saving tips for buying kids clothes. So yeah, $50 in clothes. And we spent a little bit on swimming, just me and him. We go to, it's called the Pavilion in Georgetown, if you are around here. But it's basically like the local Y. They don't have a YMCA or anything over there, so they have that instead. It's a private club, but you get to pay per use, and we went twice, and it's $10 for the both of us each time. So yeah, $20 there. Took it out of his spending. So that's how we spent $179.33 for that. my line, I give myself $50, and I knew, and most months this happens because I'm I'm a saver, not a spender. So my line is $50, and I didn't spend any of it. I probably should get a haircut next month. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I didn't spend anything on that. So that's $50 right there. Entertainment, we got right under for this. I had planned $130 for entertainment. So this is things like eating out. I consider eating out a form of entertainment, not in our food budget at all, because I like to cook and I have a lot of food. So yeah, I have a lot of food all the time. It's my security blanket, and yeah, it's entertainment, okay? So I budgeted $130. Oh, and we did go to Salato Wildlife Museum Park. There's a video on that. I'll link that below too, but it's pretty fun if you're ever here in Kentucky. So it was that and eating out, and our entertainment came in at $129.83. So woohoo, we were right under 17 cents. So we made it for that. We'll see about switching that up a little bit next month. We'll see. And miscellaneous, I didn't realize, but I'm kind of happy I did realize it before it was expired. But my husband's driver's license expires this year, and he needed what is it called, the real ID or whatever that you need to fly. He does have a passport, but it's set to expire soon-ish, like in the next few years. So he just went ahead and got the real ID, which cost a little more, but his experience was pretty good, and I'm probably going to get mine the next time I need to get mine as well, or before we travel or whatever next. So it ended up being $49.32. So that was the only thing we got for miscellaneous. So when I added up everything we actually spent versus our plan, we actually have an extra $519.25. So yay, we did it. Even with a couple of items there, like going over a little on gas and going over a lot on grocery, we saved quite a bit this month. So that's an extra $500 and what was it? Almost $520, so $519.25 going into savings. So yay, I'm happy. And like I said, we're trying to get up to that 12-month range in our savings before we do anything else. So yeah, if you're interested to know what we are saving for, what our future plans are, ask me below, because I think I would like to do a video on that. And yeah, I think it's kind of fun to hear about other people's financial successes and their plans and stuff. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let me know below. I will link those couple videos that I mentioned below. And yeah, if you liked it and want to see more, let me know as well. And yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful and blessed day. Bye, everyone.